Hey guys, what is up? TheNeoCubest here. Welcome to episode 119 of my Minecraft survival Let's Play, Underground. We are underground this episode, and we've been underground for the last 70 episodes. I think next weekend we're going to go above ground, but before we do that, we're going to do a few things in this big, beautiful world. So, we have full netherite everything, okay? And in my opinion, there's not much further you can really go. I mean, yeah, you can nail down the enchants and get them a little bit better. But let's be honest here, guys. I have an automatic beet farm, an automatic wheat farm, an automatic sugarcane farm, okay? I have an automatic version of pretty much everything you really need to automatically farm. And, like, there's a few goals I wanted to do. I wanted to do a big nether base, but I think I'm going to save that for the next iteration whenever I go back up and start over again. I was going to do a pumpkin farm, but then I'm like, what do I need a pumpkin farm for? But I do know what I need a pumpkin farm for when I go back above ground next weekend. So next weekend is going to be a big, big weekend. We're going to be going back above ground. And I really do encourage you guys to make sure you have post notifications on and that you're subscribed to my channel, because next weekend is going to be pretty much like a start over in my world, okay? We'll do a little bit of a tour, maybe between this episode and next. I can maybe go grab my elytra and we could do a tour or something. But I'll name it something else. It's gonna be like intro week. It's gonna be, you know, in the middle of the week. It's not going to be a, and I hope I don't forget about this. But yes, there's gonna be a world tour, okay? Before we go and start over. But this base, guys, we got to give tribute to it. It's been here for literally 70 episodes. That's a long time to stay in anywhere. It's probably like maybe like 60 or 70, probably more like 100 hours of work put into this one part of the world, and I think it's by time that we start over. I know that we just last episode got all netherite gear, but I really do feel like you top off eventually, like in your world, and there's not much more you can do. At least for someone like me. I watched a video a long time ago. It was like how to enjoy Minecraft, and there was a bunch of things. A lot of people said, you know, there's like 4 categories. You know, people who like building. That's something that interests you. That's awesome. I like building. If you can't tell, I really like building, and that's where my channel started. So, but here's the thing. I also like to have a purpose when I'm playing, and so if I've built enough stuff where I can't build anything purposeful anymore, I don't want to like build another house underground. I mean, why? I like this house. I even have my own waterfall bedroom, and there's just not a whole ton you can do. Like, once you get to this point, we have pretty much everything I could ever want aside from an elytra, but we have an elytra in the first part of the world, which, by the way, if you only started watching after like episode 100 or something, I encourage you to go back to episode 1 and watch that through episode 70. Me and Lauren dug a 50 by 50 quarry, for example. That's something very big you do. And once you do that, you don't ever need to gather cobblestone ever again. And, you know, I'm kind of in that situation, like even something monotonous like going cobblestone farming, going dirt farming. Those are fun things, right? We go over here, we look at my chest. I have absolutely, I mean, there's no reason I would ever need to get any more materials. We have sand, we have cobblestone, we have dirt, we have pretty much everything. And I'm not making this video to say, like, I don't like Minecraft. I'm not trying to say that, but we need to start over in this world. But before we do that, we're going to tribute this world. And how we're going to do that is we're just going to make it extremely extravagant. So obviously these are materials, you know, you save them because, you know, you're going to do future projects, but this world is ending. Okay, well, this part of the world is ending, so we're not going to use coal. Actually, that's like bad. But if you're bad on Christmas, you get coal. So we're going to grab a lot of iron. We're going to grab a lot of gold, obsidian too, glowstone for sure, and we're just going to make this area just look so extravagant, like someone lived here that was a bajillionaire. Now the problem is I don't really have that many diamonds, so unfortunately we're not going to include too many diamonds around. But like what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these boots. I'll take this, I'll make some more armor, and we can make some more armor stands and stuff like that. But I hope you guys can be understanding. It's just I don't want to keep recording on a part of the world where I have to struggle to get ideas. Like when I first started this underground part, I would sit down and I'd know exactly what to record. And you know, I knew that wasn't going to last forever. And it's been, you know, a few week, no, probably like a month or so, where I've just sat down and I'm like, I don't know what to record on this because I've already done everything. And yeah, so that's the point I'm at personally, which, you know, not a bad way to be. It means you guys get to see an entirely new part of the world, and believe me, we're gonna go big on this part of the world. Maybe not Hermitcraft big; they go a little bit too hard for me. I can't keep up with that. But I can try to make my world as extravagant as possible before I leave. I can't do anything like Hermitcraft players would do, but you see what I mean? Like in the ceiling right here, above the crafting tables. You know, these are just your regular old crafting tables, right? Nothing special about these guys. But would they be special if there was some gold and redstone above them? You see what I mean? We're going to make this... it's kind of silly, okay? But we're just basically going to just go crazy with this world a little bit. And we're just going to add a bunch of things that we don't really need to put in here. We're just going to make it look like someone that's very rich used to live here. And there's just a bunch of stuff on the ground. I hope that makes some sense, okay? I know for some of you, you're probably watching this, you're like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. This is the idea that came to me. Again, like I said, I have done so much, guys. I even have a room just to store my diamonds, okay? We only have 11, but we made an entire room to store our diamonds. Do you really need to keep playing after that? And what's weird is on Java version of this game, you can't put tools in their hands. I'm not really sure why they didn't add that functionality, but yeah, I don't really know how this is going to go. I didn't really plan this. This is just something that came to me as I was talking about attributing to the world. I feel like this is where my best ideas come from, is when I pressure myself to think. But sometimes it's no fun to pressure yourself, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, I guess. It just depends on the situation. But again, we're just going to make it look, I don't know, we're going to put a bunch of expensive blocks in just seemingly random areas, and hopefully it turns out where I look at this and I'm like, I'm going to come back and tour this part of my world, and I'm just going to be like, dude, what did you do? Like, what happened? Like, halfway through the series, you just started putting a bunch of random blocks down. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to act like a mad lad for an episode and just put things where they don't go. I wish I had more materials, to be honest. I don't actually have as much as you'd think. For someone that's this far in the world, I don't really have a whole ton. But I have enough where I feel comfortable. I'm just going to do probably this main room as extravagant as I can get. But another reason, like, I have that double XP spawner. I also have a creeper spawner. And then I also have a zombie or a skeleton spawner. So it's like, there's literally nothing I can do. I mean, like, I can go and get experience, but then to get what? I already have the best tools. You see where I'm going? You see what I mean? You probably do. So we're just going to shut up about it, and we're just going to keep recording. But yes, make sure post notifications are on. I'm sorry to bother you guys, but next weekend is going to be really big. I want to make sure everyone sees those first few episodes, because otherwise... I don't want anyone to get too far behind. And also, I want your views. I got to be honest with you guys. I mean, I'm a content creator. You guys know I thrive on viewership. I mean, that's the bread and butter of YouTube, is getting views. So, you know, if I ever say something and you're like, it's kind of like, you know, I'm just probably trying to get views from you. I care about you guys. I really do. You guys mean a lot to me. If you guys didn't watch my videos, I don't know where I would be in life right now. I genuinely have no idea. I started doing Postmates for a few weeks. I was telling myself, either I can try to do YouTube as good as I possibly can, or I can just start, you know, doing Uber Eats, doing stuff like that. And I started the YouTube channel again, and things started going well, and I was very happy. And I'm still riding on that wave of things are going well, and I'm going to continue to for as long as I can. We talked about in the end of last episode, you know, this is just going to be kind of a thoughts video, kind of like how Dallas Med just did one, where he was talking about, you know, things he's thinking about and stuff. For me, you know, okay, maybe we're not going to put it all the way up here. We're just going to extravagate, which I know is not a word, the bottom part of our world. We're going to make it, a perfect stack. Let me gather my thoughts for 1 second so I can talk about this more, how do I put this? So I can talk about this more articulately. All right, thoughts gathered. So again, we're just going to extravagate, and I know it's not a word, so I'm going to keep using it just to upset some people, because people will be like, Neo, that's not a word. I'm like, yeah, it's not. What's your point, man? But yes, I don't know. I just feel like when I start over in Minecraft, back to what I was talking about how to enjoy Minecraft. Some people say, Neo, how do you play it for so long and, you know, not get completely burnt out? Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I hate this game. Sometimes I do. And I think every content creator, if they did not say that, they'd be lying. And I don't want you guys to think I'm ever like forcing myself to do, you know, sometimes, you know, like, here's the thing, right? This is my job. Okay. Let's say you have a job. Some days you have to go in, you know, this may be a job you really enjoy, right? Let's pretend, because this is a job I enjoy an extreme amount. But if you, for instance, you know, worked somewhere, you really enjoyed it, but some days you just don't want to go to work. You don't want to do it, right? We all get that way, but you still got to go. You know, for me, I don't get fired if I don't go, but my views go down and the algorithm doesn't like me because it's like, hey, you got to keep people on our website watching ads, or we don't like you. That's pretty much what YouTube is the only reason, some views will, be higher on some videos is because people watch longer, and to YouTube that makes them more money. So of course it makes sense. I'm not dogging on YouTube. I'd do the same thing if I ran a video platform. But yeah, some days I don't want to record and I still do it. And it's not that I hate it. I guess hate the game is a strong way to put it. I just get, frustrated because I'm trying to think of a really good idea, right? And I can't because, I don't want to play and it's hard for me to think of a good idea. Like right now is not one of those times. Right now is actually something I've wanted to talk to you guys about this for a long time. As a creator, we have to keep up a certain persona. We also have to keep up, some things. And, I got to be real with you guys every once in a while. I try to always be honest with you guys and be truthful about what I'm doing and stuff like that. But, some days I got to throw on a fake smile like everyone else. And we just got to do what we got to do. It's not that I'm sad or anything that this is my job. I'm so grateful this is my job. But it's not to say that it's perfect. Everything in life, there's parts that are good, parts that are bad. Okay, so enough talking about that. We're going to talk about what we're doing. So I'm just putting random blocks that are fancy in parts of my world that probably don't need them, right? We're going to put a redstone block back here. We got to be careful with the gold. We're almost out of gold. Now what we're going to do is I think we're going to put, for instance, a little armor stand right here. We'll put on some gold boots, put on some diamond, some more diamond stuff. I don't think we have any more diamond pants, so we got to go craft some. But like I was saying, please do turn on post notifications because seriously, next weekend we're going to be starting over in this world. I know I've said it a billion times, but sometimes you just have to. Because I'm excited. We're actually going to start over, and I've been looking forward to this for... I don't know how long I've been looking forward to it, but I've been excited to, start over my world. I have a big, note on my phone where I add, plans and stuff. It doesn't really matter. I'm just getting it for the looks. We have plans and stuff of things, or plans of stuff I write down that we're going to do in the Let's Play. And one of those plans is actually to go through some ages. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, what are you talking about? So ages for me, exactly. What are you talking about? We're going to go through some ages. So I'll read the note on my phone in just a second, but basically the gist of what the note is saying is that we're going to start off in the wood age, okay? You just start off in the world. You don't really, you know how to use it, I know, but you don't really know how to, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. You don't know how to make iron stuff, okay? And yes, this is Minecraft, but we're going to pretend a little bit. We're going to actually have some fun with it. We're going to use wooden tools for more than 5 seconds. We may even get to the point where we enchant a few wood tools. Probably not, but we might, and that's the kind of style I'm going to go for. We're going to build extravagantly. We're going to make things that don't quite make sense, but they're fun to build. For example, we may make a wheat farm that isn't totally efficient, but it looks good, and it was fun to build. Because that really is the beauty of this game, is you don't have to do anything any certain way. But I think we all just sort of get into a habit of how we play the game, and that's why it gets boring, okay? Because you do the same thing every time, and you expect a different result. You expect yourself to have fun. You have the same goals in every Let's Play. You don't do anything different. And I say Let's Play. I know not everyone's out there making a Let's Play, but let's say you're just an avid Minecraft player and survival kind of bores you right now. Well, if you do the same thing every time, then you're probably going to get bored. And part of that is also wanting to enjoy the game. If you don't want to enjoy it, you're not going to enjoy it. A mindset is a huge part of everything. In my opinion, I'm not some expert on these things, believe you me. But what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. What works for you may not work for me. So, for me, the inspiration to how I started enjoying the game a lot more was I watched this video and it was talking about how to enjoy the game. And, people were like, I'm getting so bored. I can only play for 15 minutes and then I'm done with my world. And, I was that same kind of way. That's why for a while I just made tutorials. I could not stand just playing survival, but something clicked in me when I watched that video and I was like, yeah, this person's right. They know exactly what they're talking about. And they really did know exactly what they were talking about. Because of their video, I started enjoying the game again. I wish I could remember who it was. Because that was a beautifully made video. Whoever talked about that put a lot of thought into it. And they were correct. I always rushed the game, I think. That's why I stopped enjoying it. I went to get, diamond stuff as fast as I physically could. And that kind of ruins it, in a way. Because it's what is the point of... you know, playing if you're going to do the same thing every time. I can understand that. I could understand why it gets boring. And it really genuinely does kind of get boring. So we're going to end this video by basically building the exit to the overworld. You know, not the overworld. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. So I'm trying to save enough of these blocks where I can build it. But I'm also trying to make this world look as extravagant as I physically can before I go. It's going to be kind of crazy looking in here. I'm not doing too much up there. Maybe over here, since we can kind of see it. We'll do a little bit. So we'll do some glowstone, some redstone blocks. We'll do a little bit of lapis on the ground right there. Do a little bit of lapis in here too. Why not? And then maybe another thing of redstone. Or glowstone, sorry. Okay, so I think this looks about as extravagant as you could possibly get. We did not do the second floor, which is okay. We're just going to leave this how it was. We were going to start a cactus farm, and then I was like, but do I really want a cactus farm? And for what would I be making one for? And the answer was nothing. We should probably say goodbye to the villagers. Goodbye, villager. Goodbye, villager. Goodbye, iron golem. I'm never going to see you guys again, so hope you guys have enough food to last you. These guys have been trapped in here for months, and they don't question it. Here, have a glowstone. The blacksmith, I think he likes it in here. He's got a nice setup. He's got his lava furnace right here going pretty ham. He's got a stack of furnace. He's got his stone cutter. He's got pretty much everything he needs. He's not doing bad. Let's go check out this guy. This guy is the most popular home. The villagers just absolutely adore this home, and especially this bed. It is a luxury satin velvet blue bed. So everyone just loves it because it's just so comfy, and they all want it. But they just camp there and wait the entire night to sleep. But some of them don't make it. They don't make it all the time. They have to leave. Go do their jobs. Okay, so I'm going to start building the exit. I need to plan on where to do this. I don't want to do it in the wrong spot. I think we're going to honestly do the exit to this world. I don't really know where to put it. I genuinely don't know where to put it. And I also need to think about how I'm going to do thumbnails. So I want to make this seem like we're leading out of this world. But I also see the exit's right there. So it doesn't need to be like too tall. Maybe should we just do a ladder over here? No, I don't think that would be appropriate, but I do want to come back to this base at some point. Like, right, I don't want to have done all of this for literally nothing. So we're going to start to build the exit, like, right here. And we're going to do something as cool as we possibly can. It doesn't really have to be any specific way, but this is going to be the exit, guys. It's hard to put it into words, guys. This area of my world is probably where my channel grew the most, the quickest. We've probably gained close to 100,000 subscribers since we started off in this area. So I do have a lot to be thankful for in this world, this part of the world. You know, it's either what I did or how I did it. Either way, this part has just been beautiful, and it's you know, caused a lot of good things for me to happen, which is awesome. But yeah. I want to thank you guys for watching the underground part. If you don't want to watch my channel anymore, that's okay. But I'm not going to spoil the above ground. We're just going to look down the entire time. I know it's really frustrating. You can see that tree. How about that? That's the most I'm going to let you see for now. I'm just going to be staring downward. Okay, we're going to do the last little bit in lapis. And there we go. Okay. So we need to build some sort of exit. We just got shot at from an above ground mob. That means we're covered in radiation. We got to go wash ourselves off. That's an extravagant pathway, right? It's almost like our world got infected by like valuable items all of a sudden. That's the story of what happened. A random infection has occurred, and I don't know how to stop it. It's basically just a bunch of really valuable blocks all of a sudden just started appearing. And then we got the exit. It was a sign from whatever to tell us to leave. They don't want us here anymore. They're like, you're just too annoying, man. Can you please leave? You've been under here too long. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this underground part. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the next generation of the Let's Play. It's going to continue. It's going to be like the next episode will be 120. It's not like all of a sudden it's going to start over from 1. So just be aware. If you see the next episode, it's the next episode, but it's going to be above ground. And that's why I've told you guys so many times to put on post notifications, because I really don't want you guys to miss that, because I know a lot of you are excited to see it. I don't even know why I'm organizing the things I'm putting back in here. I have no idea. It doesn't really make much sense, but we're going to bury our tools just in the ground right here. All these ideas, we'll just leave them there. It's going to be beautiful to come back to this someday and just look at it. Maybe we'll come back and we'll be at some ridiculous number of subscribers. There's a chance that will happen, and there's also a big chance that it won't happen. But if that were to happen and we come back here, it'll just be a nice distant memory to look back upon. But we're just going to drill this out a little bit and put some obsidian in here. And we're going to put our best tools down in here. And what I'm going to do, I don't really know how I'm going to get back to my base. So I think I'll just run through the wilderness with nothing. And I'll grab some food for the journey or something. And we're just going to travel super far away until we find an area we're actually legitimately happy with. We're going to travel just a ridiculous distance. I'm talking 5,000-6,000 blocks. I really want to find the next good area in my world. Now, I don't know where exactly that is, but that's the fun part, right? We get to figure it out. We get to find an area in our world to continue our journey, but in a new era. Okay, I'm going to grab like some ladders or something so we can actually get up into there. Where are my ladders? Here they are. I know I talked about in the end of last episode. I'm not going to be starting over in the next episode. Don't worry. Or in the next week. But then I was like, wait, I kind of want to. And I did it. Or I didn't do it yet, but I'm going to do it. We're going to do it, guys. We're going to do it. Okay, we'll put up the rare obsidian. It's kind of rare, right? And then we're going to put just all of our armor. All of our beautiful netherite tools. We just got them. At least we got to use all of them, right? But yeah, we kind of did just to get them, and then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, we're going back up. But that's just the way my brain works sometimes. We're not going to question it. I know, we just scrambled the chests, making them look so messed up. But, you know, we could always come back under here and, you know, remove the infection or something. I don't know. It feels nice to say you know what? We should at least say goodbye to the tools. We should leave them in good working condition. That way we can sell this place for like $1 bajillion. Because it's covered in it's covered in all these blocks. So we seriously can just like sell this, right? Just put this on the market and say extremely rich owners only. And you have to pay 7,000 netherite ingots if you want to live in this luxury resort. But yeah, oh, you know what? We're going to go over and show off. If you didn't see the double spawner before we start over in the world, let's at least do a little bit of a tour in case anyone has missed anything. This right here is my creeper spawner. I know it's very dark and you can't see it. You're not missing much. It's just a creeper spawner. They fall down into here. I'll just show it off real quick because, guys, there's people who have not seen this all, okay? Before we give our final tribute, we got to tour the world a little bit because a lot happened. So, yes, this is our creeper spawner. You go in here, you kill things, you get experience, and you just get too much gunpowder to count, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's get out of here. But yes, the creeper spawner. We even have our own bed down here, which is pretty cool. I probably shouldn't have, you know, thrown away my steak quite yet, but we can go grab it before we get on with the tour. I think you guys know the main part of the world. Okay, I did just go into the village, so you guys saw the village. But this is the main part of my world. I mean, you saw it the whole video. I don't really need to show it off. We're going to leave the farms as they are. We're not going to run them. I don't really see the point in doing that and then coming back and like wanting to use a farm or something and it's like empty. But this is my beetroot farm. This was the first big project of this underground area and it was completely awesome. I had a ton of fun with it. Fully automatic, you just have to plant it back, you know, as every farm is in Minecraft. You got to go back by hand and plant it. We have a secret little passageway here. Not many people know about this. And you can go all the way back up to the chest room. And then you guys saw the diamond storage room many times. You saw the enchantment table, hopefully many times. It feels weird to say goodbye to this part, but you know, it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of happy too, because you get to start over, which is always so fun. But yeah, that's the enchantment area. The sugarcane farm is over here. This is the fully automatic sugarcane farm. You don't have to touch it. It just all falls into here, subsequently into a hopper, then into a chest. Yeah. So it's just a really simple design too, like extremely simple. You just put a line of redstone and you put an observer above it. It's literally the easiest spawner. Whoever sent me that picture, I very much so appreciate it. This is the village. You saw the automatic door. Cool. The cactus farm, nothing to see there. Now that secret entrance also leads into our starter ravine. So when we started off in this house, this is the secret path I was talking about. when we started off in this house, we only had this one floor. Like, obviously, it was just a square room. And then the first thing I built was this nice, big, beautiful waterfall bedroom. It was pretty cool, right? It even has its own cave access back here. Little changing room back here, whatever you want to call it. Has a nice little cave access, though. But yeah, it's a pretty cool base. Yeah, or a pretty cool bedroom in my base. It was definitely the first thing I did. You can just tell because there's not much in there. But over down in this direction is where our ravine is. This is nothing. I was going to put a flower farm here. Then I realized I can only get yellow and red flowers in this biome. So I was like, nope, I don't need those colors. I'm excited. I may want to go live in the flower forest. I don't know. We're going to find a cool area in our world, though. This is the ravine. You can see this is where the tree farm is. I don't know if all the trees have grown, but yes, this is where I farm the trees. I basically just, dug this area in the ravine out a little bit, and it's pretty cool, right? A lot of trees here. Like, a lot of trees here. And I may do a break, like next week. I might not upload any videos. I may let everyone get as caught up as they can be. So, I mean, again, like, I'm going to say this is the final time. Please do, and I'm probably going to say it again at the end of the video, but please do turn on post notifications, guys. It's really important, to me. Maybe not to you, but I would really appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss, maybe this series is important to you. Maybe you're attached to it, and you don't want to miss the first episode of the next area. So I would recommend turning it on. Anyways, so up here on the second floor, I don't go up here too much because there's not much. There really isn't. There's a sugarcane access. I don't really know why. It just kind of happened. Fully automatic carrot farm, same style as the beets. You run the water, it breaks it all, puts it in a hopper, and we have a good bit of carrots down here. Over in this direction, this is the collection area. This is where villagers get stuck all the time. You can see them jumping here. I've released them a few times, but a nice little door access that I honestly forgot was here. I'll be honest, I really did just forget that. And then this door just leads to the redstone that goes to the end of that. Which leads me on to my kind of final area in this part of the base. There's a really cool wheat farm. Yeah, Endermen just like to ruin it, but basically you turn it on and all the water flows from the dispensers that line the entire area. And all the water goes to the center. They fall in the hoppers. And then you get to go down here and collect the wheat. I know, I'm like literally giving you the top-down tour of this world. At least this part of the world. We haven't... There was a first part under here, but, we don't talk about the first part, okay? It wasn't as good as this part. Now, this is where all the wheat is collected and stuff. There's 2 chests there. I was anticipating needing a lot more wheat than I ended up needing. I didn't really end up needing that much ever. But then let's go over here. So that's the wheat farm. Over here is the cow cave, as we so dubbed it. And I tried to make my own cave, and I put grass in the bottom and everything. And we made our very own cow cave. Also in here is a spider spawner, which I'll show off briefly. It's not that impressive. It's literally just a spawner that has them fall to some hoppers. That's all, just to collect string. You guys know this area over here is my nether portal. Rest in peace, nether. We don't really need to show it off. You can go in last episode if you want to see it, but this is my nether portal area. Kind of cool. There's only one final area I need to show you. There's 2 areas in that area, so stick with me. Stick with me. We're almost done. No chicken. That's okay. We're not going to come back to this part of the world. We don't even need the chicken. And I don't think I'm going to do an intro week tutorial, by the way. I think if you want to see the first part of the world, just go back and watch some episodes. Like, watch episode 70 if you want. But yes, we're going to go over to where my 2 best mob spawners are. You saw the creeper spawner. That thing's okay impressive. It's not really that impressive. What's more impressive is what's over here. So, like, typically I love making spawners, and I tried to make one that was super extravagant. I designed this thing before going to sleep in my brain over the course of like a week before episode 100. And I basically just envisioned this, and I made it, and it turned out better than I could have ever hoped. It's actually super cool. So you stand just literally like right here. Make redstone lamps. Well, I never did that. But you just stand here, skeletons spawn. I think you get the idea. They fall over down here. Then they go up, 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 over, and down. And you just kind of kill them. I never really made this tube too long. This is like my mining tube or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this area took quite a bit. It took quite a bit. We did it for episode 100, though. It was kind of like a, look what I did for you guys. And for me. It was super satisfying. Over here is something I'm probably the most proud of in this part of the world. It's my double zombie spawner. I'm most proud of it because, well, I mean, it's 2 mob spawners, but I didn't do that. I'm just proud of myself for finding it. But yes, I made it all into Dark Oak a few episodes ago. If you missed it, go watch episode 117. I'll give a more in-depth tour there. But yes, this is my double zombie farm. Start video by throwing your tools in it. Yep. I already did that, so we're going to throw the sign in there. Oh, come on. There we go. But yes, if we go back above, we can go and see the 2 spawners. They're not that impressive, but we built this area over here, which is super cool, by the way. I love all of this mob spawner. This is by far my best spawner I've ever built. And if we stand here long enough, zombies will spawn. They'll flow. They'll go up there. They'll fall and die. Pretty cool. We'll show off the 2 spawners, and then I will run back to my main area. And yeah, so there's this spawner there, spawner there. You know, they're very close and they're the same, so it's super cool. Very rare to find. I've never found that. Played this game for 10 years, never found one of those until then. So I don't know if that speaks to how rare they are or not. I mean, it's just a game of chance, right? But yes, goodbye world. Thank you for all the fun memories. I had probably the most fun I've had in Minecraft in a long time starting off underground here. And, you know, I'm thinking of different challenges I can do above ground. I think the ages thing is really going to be a lot of fun. But I also, maybe I'll start out on an island. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for me starting out, you know, above ground, whether it's a challenge or anything like that. I really would love to hear from seriously everyone. If you care about the series, you could be the person who if you give me a good enough idea, you could literally determine how the next, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 episodes are. So if you have an idea, you know, maybe start out above ground, but, you know, with some rules. If you want to type out something for me to follow, I'm serious. You can go on my about page on my channel, and you can send it to me in an email. I'm taking any and all ideas, guys, because I want this to be the coolest thing ever. I really do. All right. Well, I said I was going to put my tools in there when they were full durability. Guess what I didn't do? Didn't get them to full durability. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. Again, make sure post notifications are on or you're going to miss the first episode. It will be probably either on Thursday or Friday of maybe not this next week, but the week after that. So put it on your calendars. It could be, I'm trying to think, when would not the next week be? I'm trying to think. So it would be like September 24th, maybe? I don't know. It would be September 23rd or 24th is going to be when I think I'm going to start uploading again. Now, I'm not totally sure, but I want the most creative recharge I can get so that this world will be as good as it can get in the next part. But thank you guys for watching all these episodes. I don't know how many it was. I think it was like 50 episodes we stayed underground, or 49 or something like that. But seriously, this was an awesome journey. Thank you guys for being along with me the entire time. It's been a fun ride, but now it's time to start building another ride, which should be pretty cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys again when I see you, either on the 24th or the 17th, one of those dates. I don't know. Just put on post notifications, and also join the Discord in the pinned comment down below. And you can also get insights as to what I'm doing on there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you when I see you next. Bye. Alright guys, so I was looking around at this world and I was thinking, first of all, this part of the world literally looks like a 3-year-old threw up all over it. I mean, seriously, look at it. It's just covered in, I mean, they're rare blocks, but we're going to say this is the ultra luxury Neo base, okay? You can only stay here if you're the most luxury of luxury. Okay, so instead of a secret code this episode, which I forgot to do, but instead of a secret code, I want to ask you guys, what do you want to see when I start over in the world? Do you want to see me start on an island? Do you want to see me start, I don't know, not underground, obviously. We're not doing that again. Do you want me just to, like, see me start, like, a normal area in my world? Like, just, you know, your standard, you spawn in, you punch a tree, and you go? Or do you want to see me start, like, on an island, like I said, or maybe in a desert? Maybe, like, a specific biome you want to see me start in? Something like that. You know, some sort of, you know, not necessarily, like, anything besides just normal Minecraft, but something different, okay? I don't want to do underground for obvious reasons, but I'm open to maybe doing, maybe not underwater. I feel like underwater would turn out the same way as this. It's kind of a lot of digging. I guess you don't dig that much, but I don't know. But yes, instead of a secret code, please do give your suggestions and your ideas for what you want to see me do when I start out my world. And if your suggestion is just do whatever you're going to have the most fun with, I appreciate that. But I'd also appreciate some ideas because I can't think of everything. I just can't. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when I see you next. Bye.